At the crossroads of yet another revolution stands the car industry. This time, though, the engine is something else. A powerhouse with mind-blowing horsepower and advanced state-of-the-art technology that will finally change the meaning of speed, power, and performance. The car enthusiasts are abuzz, while competition is beginning to break out in sweats. Could it be the very engine that finally pushes the traditional automakers over the edge? Will this be the game-changing, groundbreaking innovation? Let's hear what GM CEO has to say about this new engine that will destroy the entire car industry. Before going into the very game-changing engine soon to alter the car industry, let's go back in time and relish some of the history of the General Motors Company, better known as GMC. This company has been right at the center of the automotive world for more than 100 years and has turned upside down the way we think of cars and trucks. But where did it all begin? What inspired GMC to be what it is today? Well, the story of GMC started in 1911 with a man named William C. Durant. But before founding General Motors, Durant wasn't even in the car business. He sold horse-drawn carriages during the latter half of the 1800s. At the time, automobiles were an infant invention and were highly doubted for their future by most people. But Durant had a flair for business and a sense of vision. He believed in automobiles when most people still thought the contraptions were a strange fad. This foresight would be the legacy of new transportation to come. By 1904, Durant was deep into the automobile world after he assumed control of the Buick Motor Company. Buick was one of the oldest car manufacturers in America, yet it wasn't a leading manufacturer at that time. Everything started to take off when Durant began his work. He foresaw quite clearly that the future lay not in making one type of automobile but in manufacturing different types for all classes of customers. It was Durant's dream to build a company that would serve the common worker and the wealthy elite alike. That dream became real in 1908 when Durant finally founded General Motors. The idea was simple, yet revolutionary. Bring several automobile companies together under an organizational umbrella so that it would be strong and united enough to lead the industry. He perceived strength from diversity not just in vehicle types but in innovation that could be brought about by each company. Durant's vision for GM was more that of a conglomerate from which each one of the brands had an identity of its own, but all would blend into one greater vision: mobility. Success did not come easy, and only 2 years after founding GM, Durant was in serious financial trouble and out of the company. Most would say that should have been the end of the story, but Durant was not a quitter. He used this defeat as a stepping stone and immediately set his mind on yet another venture. In 1911, he founded the Chevrolet brand that would soon become among the most famous automobile brands in America. It was to be more accessible and reasonably priced to reach more and more customers. And it did. It follows that Chevrolet became so successful that by 1916, Durant was able to use his new company's success to buy back control of General Motors. Once Durant regained control of General Motors, he merged it with Chevrolet, from which it continued to grow. His dream of building an automobile empire was materializing. By the 1920s, it had become the world's largest automaker, well in front of even the legendary Ford Motor Company. Under Durant's helm, GM diversified its product lineup with the likes of Cadillac for luxury and Oldsmobile for innovation and advanced technology. Durant's early vision, indeed, was well ahead of its time. He felt that the future of the automobile industry would not be a single type to fit everyone's needs but a variety of brands, each capable of reaching segments based on different needs, preferences, and budgets. From a no-frills, affordable entry-level car to a sophisticated, expensive luxury car, General Motors had it all. It is this diversity in the lineup that helped GM rise above its competitors and sustained its leading position in the industry. But Durant's road with GM was not forever. In 1920, because of financial troubles, just as he was after 1910, he was forced out of the company. However, this time he did not return, but he managed to leave an imprint on the company and the auto industry as a whole. The dynamics he instituted set the stage for what General Motors would become in the succeeding decades. Fast forward to the present, and General Motors emerges regionally as one of the most gigantic automobile manufacturers. Innovation and shaping the future continue with multiple brands such as Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC trucks, and Buick. Each of these brands serves another segment of the market, from the everyday car to powerful trucks and luxury vehicles. Whether it's an electric vehicle of the future or a heavy-duty truck built to last, the proof has been evident time and again that GM certainly knows how to get ahead of the curve. But GM's influence stretches much farther than just simply building cars and trucks. Through the years, they have also taken the forefront in technological innovations with regard to the automotive industry. From pioneering automatic transmissions to recent vanguards of electric vehicles, General Motors has always pushed the envelope on what's possible regarding car design and engineering. They've always been more than just about selling cars, creating new experiences for drivers, setting trends to follow, even changing how we think of transportation. Over a century from its inception, GM is at the forefront of the global automobile market. Its knack to adapt to new trends, embracing the latest and best technology, and responding to shifting consumer demand helped it stay relevant in the changing marketplace. Today, General Motors means something more than building automobiles. This is an icon of ingenuity, determination, and development. Now that you already know the exciting roots of GMC, let us check out the various car brands and models created by this automobile juggernaut through the years. Believe me, some of the ones listed below are truly iconic. The car brands under General Motors. There isn't just a single brand or model that comes into their minds concerning General Motors. More colloquially known as GM, General Motors is one company that has compiled many famous automobile brands under its wing. Each brand is dedicated to another style, purpose, and audience. Thus gives GM the capability to offer something for almost every kind of driver. With that in mind, let's take a deeper look and get a closer view of some of the automobile firms that make up the General Motors family and find out what makes each one of them special. First off is Chevrolet, better known colloquially for short as Chevy. Chevrolet surely counts among the most renowned brands the world over, and rightly so. Over the years, this brand came out with everything, from low-budget family cars to high-performance sports cars. That is how successful Chevrolet has been with regard to manufacturing for so many types of customers. Whether you are seeking an affordable automobile that gets you from point A to B on a daily basis, or another, you'll find a variety of automobiles, including some such as the Chevrolet Impala, known for their affordability and reliability. Then again, the sports car owner may be looking at the Chevrolet Camaro, or perhaps the Chevrolet Corvette. More precisely, the Camaro has a deeply rich history and has been in a long rivalry with Ford's Mustang in a race to dominate the American muscle car market. The Corvette, on its part, is hailed perhaps as one of the best sports cars to come off an American assembly line with sleek design and phenomenal power combined. Coming next in line is Cadillac, its luxury brand. Class, elegance, and premium quality have always been associated with Cadillac. And if by any chance you happen to see one on the road, then you know that it is a car only meant for people who require nothing but the best in comfort and style. Probably the most widely known Cadillac model, however, is the Cadillac Escalade. Escalade is a big and powerful SUV that has become synonymous with wealth. Being featured in movies and music videos most of the time, by famous and successful people wanting to make some kind of statement, it surely is something.